God. What are you remembering, Yaku?
I'm remembering how after the first game on Oxide, I think we just decided, you know what? Let's pull a patience and just unhinge our brains a little bit, because there's no way to continue on in a sane manner.
Mate, last week Doc was having a lot of fun. There were a lot of like proxy
He was.
hatcheries. There were a lot of pull firsts.
Oh my. But before we get into any of those, we are gonna see which of these two players advances to the quarterfinals, I believe. Yeah, because we're now in the round 16. Is it gonna be our player in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticite, the blue Terran player who is coming down from the land of Korea? He is gonna be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. We missed him last week. We are not gonna miss him this week. He is Cure.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the American Protoss player. He is yellow, representing Team Legion. It is Holden.
I'm not sure if my mic picked that up, but there was an ambulance driving around.
That's all good. We didn't
They
hear
know. Yeah, they know. They're aware. They're like, oh, he has Cure. We need him.
We need the Cure. Oh god. And we'll see how Cure. I mean, obviously, Cure 100%. Like, he is the favorite in this series, one of the favorites in the to make a deep run in this entire tournament, and Holden knows that, which is why I'm shocked he's made a Nexus.
Huh. Knowing how well. No, but this also raises more questions. So, like, because he's scouting for proxies, he is well aware of how. Nope, never mind. He's actually looking at proxy himself. I was gonna say he knows that Cure. He is definitely one to be aggressive in the early game. He is definitely one to pull out things like proxy raxes and bunker rushes and things of that nature, especially in the TvP. But yeah, I guess Holden just aware that he's the underdog in the series. He knows that his macro isn't quite on the same level, so he's trying to catch him off guard. Cure, his Reaper should see this.
Yeah.
And now he himself sees it.
That he does. And this is the problem with this location specifically. It was really cute that Holden was going for a proxy, but this is one of the most obvious proxy locations on the entire map. This alongside, the mirrored version, just behind the mineral lines. So it gets scouted. Holden knows it got scouted. Is he going to commit? Is he going to cancel? Like, what is his move from here?
Well, if he cancels, he loses half of his production right now, so.
You're not wrong. Oh boy. It's rough. He's stuck between a hard place and a Cure, mate, and you don't want to be there.
Don't you?
Holden doesn't. It's oh god.
He needs to hold on to that rock.
We'll
I don't know.
We'll see how aggressive he's going to be. He's going across the map with his first adept. He has a second adept on the way. We do have Warp Gate finishing up with 3 gateways, so he can like reinforce and be incredibly aggressive. But mate, we have 2 bunkers for Cure.
He is well aware. He knows exactly what his opponent is gonna be throwing his way. Going for a bit of a quicker sim here, it feels. On 2 Raxes, 3 Raxes as a matter of fact. Now, he doesn't have anything in the main base, but to be fair, Holden has no way of going into the main base.
Yeah, no, he does not.
Yeah, I guess it was just a little surprise that there were 2 bunkers and both of them were next to each other.
Yeah.
Instead of, spreading them out a bit.
I mean, I don't blame him. Like, I guess with enough adepts, maybe 1 bunker would have been focused down. What's important is that he does need them to keep his Marines alive because he's going Mass Marine. Like, he himself, he's having a little bit of fun, just going 3 racks, just Mass Marine with Stim and Combat Shields. Let's go. No factory units or starports or anything like that.
Yeah, once he's able to hold against this, I get it.
And
going across the map does not really take much. As long as he doesn't stim to defend, this is going to be a very potent push.
Ooh.
Thankfully, he does cancel that.
Thankfully, Jesus Christ, it would have been disastrous if he didn't. But what's important is that Holden sees both bunkers. Holden has not seen the production in the main base. Oh my god, he gave us the shade!
I hoping to get a couple of SCV kills over here, but that is not gonna come to pass. Getting only 3 of them, and Cure has not lost a single unit right now. Cancels or salvages the bunkers. It's just going straight across the map.
Yep, why not? As Stim and Combat Shields are about to finish up, just send everything across the map, especially because Holden just spent so much of his army aggressively. Like, he only has 8 army supply right now. Oh god, he needs to get his defenses up.
Already losing even more of his production over here. Sure, that's 1 gateway, but we're a scenario where Holden is currently on 3. Every gateway counts against the 3 racks like this.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that because there are Marauders here, then Cure can realistically focus down the shield batteries without much of a problem. Like, again, he does a lot of damage to buildings.
Aha, but what about 2 shield batteries? It is only a pylon, right?
It is. That's why we do have a second pylon on the way, thank god, so everything doesn't hinge on only one. The Stalkers are distracted! No!
The Stalkers are distracted, the Immortal's gonna come out and it's gonna get avoided! That's Cure just goes straight to the main, he does not care whatsoever. He wants to kill Holden in 1 move.
He stimmed and he just laid it up the ramp. He was like, let's go, let's go! Just avoiding everything, oh my god. And now he's stimming on 40, he's killing everything, GG!
Beautiful stutter steps, GG's called, and Cure gonna be taking game number 1, really showing his, I would say his brain, but that wasn't necessarily big brain. That was just, I know exactly how to win.
Oh god, exactly. Wow, what a game. GG. Cure takes the first game in a fashion. I'm not too sure how to articulate it, but it was an interesting build.
Definitely looked solid there, I guess is how to describe it. He solid but also fluid at the same time. You know, he wanted to go for these 3rd racks regardless, I think, but once he scouted the proxy, once he realized how dedicated Holden was going to be to it, just adapted slightly, got those bunkers up, made sure that he was well defensible, and then just defended and counterattacked. Didn't really take much from there.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed by the decision making, honestly. Like, just how he went forward, stimmed, saw the position, saw, like, you know, all the avenues of attack and ways in, and he just you know what? I'm just gonna go up the ramp. I'm just gonna ignore your army completely, go up the ramp. I'm gonna have the high ground. I'm gonna go for workers instead. And even after he killed all the workers, then he just went toe to toe with the army. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, honestly, I was not entirely sure if Cure had enough to deal with the army at that point. He was a little bit overstimmed, and Holden was building up a little bit more on the low ground. But in the end, Man of Gun is OP. And speaking of OP, here we are now on Oxide LE, which is also pretty OP if you think about it. Oxygen, I mean, gotta breathe it. In the top right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player coming down from the land of South Korea. He is gonna be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. He is the ice cold Terran, because that's like a solid and a liquid at the same time, right? Question mark. We'll go with that. He is Cure.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the American Protoss player, the yellow Protoss representing Team Legion. It is Holden.
A bit of an underrated name, IMO.
I don't know if he's gonna get sued by, I don't know if you have that in Singapore. Holden is like a car, like brand. Like Toyota.
Heard of that, yeah. I've heard of that. It's not common over here. People usually go for the Toyotas and what have you. Well, nobody drives here. So.
True. Very true.
But
very
the rich
true.
people who can afford mid-range cars.
I don't know if I would call Ares rich. That's like. Oh,
well, Ares isn't rich, but he can like write off his cars. He can like tax write off his car, right?
Can he?
Because he needs it to practice for when he gets thrown on top of cars and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he gets hit by the car. That's why he gets a discount.
The life of a stunt double.
Oh god, poor Ares, poor Ares.
Such is life.
Exactly. Pretty interesting opener here. This time Cure not going for 3-backs. He is actually making a factory. Wow.
Yeah, actually going for reactor expand? No, marine expand is what it was.
Yeah. No no Reaper.
Saving the gas for something. And that something cannot be good for Holden. We know how aggressive Cure likes to be. We know that he wants to end the TvPs before it can even get to the mid game. And Holden right now, he's kind of playing straight up. I'm worried.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, as long as Holden is able to scout whatever's coming his way, he should be able to respond and he should be relatively safe. We'll just see, if he gets something like a sentry for those hallucinated scouts or something along those lines. Like, he needs to see, that so far it is a 1-1-1 opening. I was kind of thinking maybe, we would see something like Widowmine drops or something like that from Cure. Again, like, the world is his oyster. You can do almost anything.
Nah, I mean, Hellion Drop, that's the name of the game.
Let's go.
I've been converted. I've seen Innovation do Hellion Drops and lose. So now instead of doing Mine Drops, I do Hellion Drops.
Oh boy.
But Kira's actually doing a hybrid, if you will.
Yeah, we've got Widowmines on the way. We've got a Tech Lab on the way on that Rax. We'll see if he does decide to swap on over. No, he still commits to the medevac and he will be going for that Widowmine drop.
Yeah, classic multi-prong here coming out from Cure. And the units are not in position. It's only a single.
Mate, it's it. That's it, mate. It's over.
He's trying to chrono out a Stalker, but these Hellions can absolutely go to town. And I mean, once he clips out these Hellions, those mines, they can still do a whole lot of damage. Ay.
Mate, for those wondering what the hell just happened, so Holden was being very greedy. He cut a lot of corners and he teched all the way up to a Dark Shrine. He spent all of his resources on tech, barely anything on defenses and on units, and now he's being punished for it as everything has been depowered here at the Natural. 7 probes have gone down and we still have that drop.
3 Marines killed a pylon here, like.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out. Cure did scout the Dark Shrine as well. This is... Man.
It's worst case scenario.
Definitely feels a little... It really does. It's starting to feel a little bit worrisome right now for Holden. Well, it already was, but even more than earlier on.
Yeah. Here comes the medevac. He does drop a couple of wood mines. Where's the response? There's no response! No!
And Cure even split up the targeting a little bit. 10 probes go down, and Holden is going to be able to get about 2 DTs. Actually, 3 DTs. All right, more than I expected. We'll be able to get a 4th one, but not much of anything after that. The Raven is almost out. Hasn't gotten any missile turrets yet, but he does have a scan available just in case the Raven is out in time.
Exactly. What's important is that, Cure, he saw the Dark Shrine earlier, so he knows immediately scans on top of the DTs. They are forced out. The Raven is out as well, but there is a DT, and it is dealing damage in the Natural.
Oh, and a little bit of premature scan, I feel. So Holden able to equalize a little bit on the worker count, but I feel like that doesn't last whatsoever as Cure just gets even more kills with these Widow Mines. Holden really started to scramble now.
I'm shocked that those Widow Mines dealt even more damage just because it's not like there's an armory. Like, they were revealed after the shots went off, but yeah, Holden just being pulled apart a little bit here. I mean, thankfully his DTs did deal some damage, so it's not the worst, he's not in the worst position, but he's not in a good position either.
Yeah, definitely could have been a lot worse, but as long as Cure has a slight advantage, I feel like he will usually try to do the most of it, and usually he is able to get the most value out of these slight advantages.
Yeah.
Like just getting even more probe kills with Widow Mines.
He saves all 3 Widow Mines. He saves them all, mate.
It's still alive. It's just waiting. It's biding its time.
Oh god! Just stop. I mean, thankfully there was a reaction this time from Holden, and he did save the majority of his workers. He only lost 4 probes to 3 Widowmine shots, but again, these Widowmines have just gotten so much value. They just keep getting more shots off. Oh, he does almost commit, but he did see the patrolling Stalker, so he does back off. And Holden, he's forced back with these Archons. He just can't find any more damage.
that he cannot. So he's trying to go to the next phase of this game, trying to get a Colossus out as quickly as he can, which is typically the unit you need to deal. Oh no! He even targets down individual patches of probes. 9 more of them go down. And I was gonna say, the Colossus, typically a really good unit for defending against bio pushes from the Terran player like this. Not if you can afford it though.
Yeah, exactly. And Holden has lost so many workers this game already. 35 probes have gone down. And sure, he has been able to harass a little bit, but it's nowhere near as much. Oh my god.
35 probes is more than some people make by this point of the game.
Yeah. Not these people, but some people.
Yeah. Yeah, who are you talking about?
Oh god, and now here comes Cure. He's pushing out across the map. He's got his tank, he's got 2 tanks, he's got a bunch of Widow Mines, he's got his Bioforce and the Raven. Oh my god!
Beautiful disable right on top of the Warp Pistol that had the Archons. This is gonna be it, right? The Colossus is still a long ways off.
Yeah, the Colossus, I'm going to be surprised if the game lasts long enough for the Colossus to actually finish up. Here we go, the 3rd base does go down, and now Cure is looking to break into the natural base. Oh my god, he's trying to chrono out the Colossus as fast as possible, and Cure isn't going for the kill.
Yeah, he's being a little bit more cautious right now. He doesn't quite know what Holden has at his disposal. But once these reinforcements get dropped down, that should not matter much in the end. Actually, he's going for a bit of a multi-prong, it seems.
Oh yeah, we got 2 medevacs headed towards the main base. Meanwhile, he does scan, he does see the Colossus, and here comes the anti-armor.
Right on top of just about everything. Look how quickly these Archons fall. Battery overcharge is not going to be enough when there's this much damage available. The Warp Prism! Okay, actually does get taken out in the end there, but that's definitely worse than GG, Cure. Living up to what we expected. Man, he is ice cold, like
ice cold,
solid
mate.
And fluid at the same time.
GG, well played. Cure does take the series 2-0, which, to be fair, is what we expected from this. Cure, he's one of the best Terran players in the world. But, shout out to Holden. He was able to make it this far, and he was able to play against Cure, and that's not something that a lot of people can say they've done.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too disheartened over here for if I was Holden, right? Cure definitely was on form today, and when Cure's on form, he is always a contender to be not just best Terran, but overall best in the world. I remember King of Battles last year when Cure randomly was like, you know what, I'm gonna be in form, and I was gonna say we can look forward to a potential semifinals we were robbed of last week, Light, but we were robbed once again, refreshing this bracket. Keen. About 2 weeks after military, 2-0's Dark. Now it's creative.
What? Mate, the world just doesn't want that to happen. The universe is against us. They just don't
really
want Dark versus Cure.
You couldn't see me, but I think you could hear my claps. I was doing the Keen gif.
Oh my god. I saw that matchup and I imagined it was casted by Pig. If it shouldn't, if he didn't, exclamation mark Funada Pig, because Gemini versus Keen into Dark was looking so juicy. I avoided it because I assumed one of the other casters would go for it. And wow, Keen taking down Dark, that's insane.
Wow, we 2 weeks out of military service.
Hey, Commander Keen.
I would say that Commander Keen. It did him good. Yeah, I think if Pig didn't cast that, then it's pretty safe to assume that Steadfast did, or vice versa. But yeah, hopefully, definitely, man. Keen.
Oh my god, it's great to see him back. It's great to see him competing. And wow, just shutting down Dark like that is huge. To be fair, like, is this really indicative of his skill? It's hard to say. It was just one series, but regardless, that was insane, and I hope we get to cast some Keen later on today.